in German. Maybe.
I have to learn German.
You are very you are a lethal blur of motion there.
It's because I train Harando.
We are live on air now. Wonderful. Yeah. Hi, all together. Whoever watches now or in future. It's our second attempt to talk about online training and the possibilities that online training brings. Yeah, we identified some technical hiccups that we will have today already.
No hiccups.
But we will also have a lot of fun, and the fun started when Jorge and me talked the first time about this topic, online training. I didn't even think of online training, of people who offer online training and rip people off by just doing horrible stuff. I thought of actually what does online train, or what does the web and internet help us, can help. I start from the beginning. How can the internet help us to make training better? How can we connect with other people? How can we train remotely? What can we do for people who travel a lot, that they can maybe do a little session in their hotel room while they're on the road? What can we do to create a database of movements and stuff like this? This was my idea. But just before we started talking, I had a quick Google for online martial arts training, and it's brilliant. It's actually fantastic. I type a few of my findings. I will copy the links into the chat window, so whoever watches can take them from there. The first one that I found that's brilliant is KarateAcademyOnline.com. That's the funniest thing. All these online schools, they're never a school. They're always a university or an academy.
It's because you get a degree.
Yeah, you get a degree. It's not yeah, and you study. You never learn. You have a proper study there. Yeah. I just see I can't post any links into the chat window. Apparently that's not allowed. Let's see what happens if I put some.
It must be a law against polluting people's computers with trash.
It doesn't allow any web links. Ach, gute Güte. Okay, so I will find a way now.
You will find a way?
Yeah, I just typed .com now. KarateAcademy.com. Let's see if this works. No, it outsmarts me. You can't link.
Wait.
I thought I'd give people the chance to check out how cool those.
Google martial arts online.
We can only invite people to Google. The first one we had is the KarateAcademyOnline.com, where a nice gentleman named Mark Roscoe teaches karate online, and you can do a black belt within 12 months, and he attacks two popular myths. He says myth one is you can't learn martial arts online, and of course you can. This is what he tells you. You can learn it online, and it's not just academics. He quotes that Harvard, Yale, Stanford, and the MIT do online learning. So why wouldn't his karate academy not be able to do it? They have archery, tennis, bowling, shooting, golf, and much more as online training, apparently. So totally easy to do that with martial arts.
Well, the world is full of crazy people. I don't have to do crazy stuff myself because of that.
I just find it stunning. But myth 2 is even better. You can't earn your black belt in 12 months. And of course he says, yes, you can.
Oh. Well, I could. I mean, I could earn it in 12 seconds.
Yeah, you go to a shop, you buy it.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple of them in my shelf here.
Proceed. And I have a black belt.
Yeah.
I think that is the dark side of the net. But I think actually that the web can be used in a positive and productive manner, not replacing an instructor, of course not, but enhancing communication.
Not to interrupt your actual quality talk. Let me put some more, because it's just funny. The next one is martialartsonlineuniversity.com.
Wow. We have academy, university.
Yeah,
I bet you £1,000 you can find a college as well.
A college. No, let's not go there. But it's brilliant. It's just brilliant. So here you have a university with a curriculum. I found. Okay, that's simple. Internet martial arts. You can do it everywhere, at home, at school, or wherever you choose. Nice picture of a gentleman in a tie and a suit doing this.
Oh.
Yeah, it's cool.
He's trying to sell something or what?
I think so. Yeah, so yeah, the prices are very simple. This one comes at a price tag of $129 a month.
A month? Okay. I mean, he's more expensive than me. I have a normal dojo.
Well, all these things are really, really funny. And the funniest thing is that in all the pictures they show, they are always showing stuff with a partner.
What do you mean? They mean some kind of self-defense something or what?
Self-defense moves, but what stuns me, what I find interesting about it is that they sell you online training that you can do in the hotel room.
But they do it with a partner. It's your little friend inside your head.
Yeah.
That's
This was brilliant. As I said in the beginning, when we had this idea first, I was really thinking about what can we reasonably do on the internet to make our martial arts training better, to further our options. But this is really, when I started karate, there were these courses where you could have a video course. You could order it, and then you got the video VHS cassette.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, it was brilliant, and you could watch it, and you could make the moves, and then you had to get a camera and film yourself and send it in, and your grading was done via the film that you send in.
Okay. Which belt did you get there?
Too bad. No, a video camera. These were the days when you didn't have a video camera in your phone. You would have had to buy it. It was more expensive than the bloody course.
It's cheaper to go to a proper dojo.
It is cheaper, and you also get a partner.
Yeah.
You don't have to beat up your wife.
I couldn't, even if I tried to. So it's not actually.
Okay, good. So this is the amusing part, but of course there is a lot of things you can actually do and that make perfect sense, and where the online world, the opportunities of online media help us a lot.
Yes, and I mean, think when you think about it, if you go to the old masters, they will only know people that were in their immediate, as nearby. I mean, so there are opportunities or possibilities to get hold of new information was rather limited. And look at us now. I mean, I found you guys in some videos from Germany, and you're in the
England.
UK, and I'm in Denmark, and we talk and we send videos to each other, and we chat and we discuss. And I mean, it would be impossible just for 30 years ago. It wouldn't be possible.
It is absolutely. amazing. Yes, and I remember when we talked the first time, when we had our half-hour chat into the abyss.
In vain.
In vain.
The beer was really good.
Yeah, but food was good as well. But I remember that one of the things we talked about was how I discovered YouTube as a source for interesting martial arts videos and for interesting tutorials. I found one of the most interesting YouTubers in terms of karate. I got a book by Ian Abernathy back then.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And a brilliant chap, but back then I didn't even know how cool he was. I only had that book, and it was now to admit to that, it was a copy of a copy, but it was not online. It was actually copied on a photocopier.
Okay, you are too old. You are too old.
It's amazing, yeah. So I had this book this copied on a photocopier, and I was impressed with it. Very impressed. I actually bought it later, and it was difficult to buy because it was in English, and you had to buy it in England, and it was not that easy. Anyway, long story short, Googling for his name brought me to his YouTube videos, and this was indeed the first time I started having a look at YouTube more in detail. Not in general. Of course, I did listen to music videos before there or stuff like this. But the idea that there is a treasure of knowledge and loads of interesting people on YouTube that do martial arts.
Yes. And what I like about YouTube is that it's the search engine they have. Actually, I found you because I searched for karate pushing hands, which is a term that is a little bit unusual because karate usually doesn't have pushing hands. It's a Chinese term for and if karate has something similar, they will call it kakie or something like that. So because I was looking for somebody that were looking into the same things like I was doing, and see if they came up with some different solutions or what. And I found you guys, and that was amazing. And I remember I wrote to you immediately because you know how it is. I think you have the same. You see something you like, and you say, "I want that."
Yeah.
I want one.
I want one. Or I want to learn that. And I recently had someone connecting via our YouTube channel saying, "Oh, he's totally interested in what we are doing. This is brilliant." Yeah. I just have Klaus Beck-Everhardy here, a really brilliant martial artist I know from Germany, and I wonder, it might well be that we also met via online or YouTube, or I don't really remember, but he notes that there are quite a few people who are producing really good things online regarding Tai Chi, Qigong, and HEMA. What is HEMA? I think we had that the last time, right? Middle age weapons. I don't know.
Yeah.
The point is exactly this. There are really good online resources if you look around. And when I asked the people around me if they have any suggestion regarding online stuff, one of my friends, Ira Treske from Germany, has a very, very well-established BJJ school.
Okay.
They're doing brilliant self-defense stuff as well. And for their BJJ kids, they have the whole curriculum always online in their YouTube channel. And apparently, this is something that the kids use to train at home. So the poor parents, have a YouTube screen on the TV, and they have to be there for arm bars or throws or whatever. Makes perfect sense.
Yes, my parents do the same. We have a server with our e-dojo, as we call it, and the parents actually ask for it because they know they have to go home and train. Also, because in my school we always give our students homework.
You do?
So yeah, I say, okay, I teach them something. I say, well, you have to train this thing 10 times a day until I say, I'll see you next time.
10?
Yeah, not too much, but just to push.
Number is 500.
Well, when they're 5-year-olds, it's a little bit difficult.
Yeah, I see your point. Yeah. Oh, I just see we met on Kampfkunstforum. That's another nice. Klaus says we met on Kampfkunstforum, which is a very, very another good example for online resources. There are forums on the internet where you can meet interesting people. Now, to be honest, I gave up on some of them because they are very often full of trolls and very often full of judgmental keyboard warriors who are
exactly
taking apart everything that somebody else does, which is a bit sad. Yeah. Now, I can relate to it. There's a lot of rubbish on the market.
Exactly.
But not everything that you don't grasp right away is bad.
No, exactly. The problem is that we have a problem in martial arts, and we have a problem especially in karate, is that our paradigm is that everything was better before, and that if you train basics, you'll be all right.
Yeah.
And that's dogma. Yeah, we are the most close-minded and dogmatic group of people I know sometimes. So when you see, every time you come with something new, innovation is like it's forbidden. If you do something new, well, you'll be hearing you'll be hearing a lot of criticism for that.
That's one thing, and the other thing is the obsession with detail.
Yeah.
My master has said you have to turn your finger in this direction and not in the other, and don't. If you do this, you are completely on the wrong track, and it's all wrong, and it can't work. And the amount of discussions about whether or not the heel has to be on the floor in this position or in that position, and the discussions about kata. We have a kata video online. We did that 10 years ago, really. Herrn Niedam Bunkai. I did it with a few friends. We just in the garden in the afternoon. We said, okay, now we try to make a tutorial video for Bunkai for Herrn Niedam. I don't know, has 250,000 views or something. It's
wow.
Pretty cool, yeah. Over the years, and a lot of comments of the kind, "Your hip isn't turned far enough."
Well, I know that, and it's because that I think that is an illness that karate, especially karate, has, and that is because the parameters we use to judge good technique are not parameters that are functional. So my students, they get very frustrated with me because I only try to get them to make the right internal connections. So when they ask me, where should my feet be, there or here, or should my hip be there or here, I say, I don't know, you find out. Because I can't tell you that. You have to experience it and find the proper connection. It's impossible.
Different for different people.
Exactly. It's every person is different, and the internal relationships you have to develop and discover that for yourself. And if I tell you your pinky should be like that, you be a copy of me, but you won't be doing your karate. And but I mean, I had the same experience as you. I left the forums for because of the level of aggression and criticism, and always judging from your own horizon. I mean, when I see you doing things, you're not doing things like me. I do them. then that's why I like it. I mean, if everybody is similar to me, I won't learn anything. I will see myself reflected.
The issue is, the Klaus just says that one thing about details that you learn in training is that if you follow one teacher for a long time, you will notice that these things change.
Exactly.
Because ideally, the teacher also trains and develops their own ability further. So you wouldn't get stuck in time.
Your friend is a mature martial artist. I can hear.
Yeah, he's also a teacher, and we will invite him to our next because yeah. But I lost a thread now. That doesn't matter. We get it back. Yeah. So the forums are surely one thing about those karate forums are Facebook. It's not only that there are a lot of judgmental, annoying people and keyboard warriors who know everything better. It's also that this kind of discussion there tends to turn me into one of them.
Yeah, I know. I have. Can you see me?
Now you're back.
No, I'm off.
Well, I hear you.
You hear me, but do you see me?
It's your side this time that has the problems.
Well, I disappear.
But we still space. But there you are. No, they're not.
I can't see you. It's because you sent me a message.
I did not.
And I lost it. There.
I did not send you. There you are. Hello.
Hello. Yes. And now it's me, the one that lost the thread. I don't remember what we were talking about.
I just said that one of the problems in those forums is that not only that other people become, that there are a lot of people who are unlikable and annoying, that it's also very easy to turn into someone like this yourself. Yeah, because the tone of the discussion is like this. And since we started our Missing Link martial arts, one thing that has changed for me is that I don't have to be negative anymore. Before that, I was always saying, yeah, I do karate, but I do it so much better because we do it different. And what you do is wrong. And it's not true. Because as we just said, there is not really a right and wrong. It's all a matter of that we open more gates than the traditional karate. But the traditional karate is still a fine thing. So one of the things I enjoy is that I don't have to argue anymore telling other people what they do wrong, which, well, judging something might put me in the wrong anyway, yeah, because I very often you are too quick to say to judge something without knowing the full story.
Yeah.
Yeah, the technical discussions can be. So I'm quite glad to be out of this forum surrounding and not having to do this. Social media in certain areas can be a pain.
I actually I don't participate in anything of that kind anymore. I had my online wars, and I had the same. I came to the same conclusion that you came to. I don't like the guy I get to be when I'm there, so I just cut it out of my life. Nevertheless, sometimes you get to meet someone that you can learn from, and you can.
But there are channels like really YouTube or the fact that you can join groups that are not so judgmental. Yeah. For us,
what I do is I look at people's movement, and if I like it, I contact them and I say, "Hey, I like your technique. I like what you're doing. Show me more. Come over to my summer camp."
Yeah. 8th and 9th of June, right?
I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember.
I'll book a flight. I'll be there somehow.
Yes, you have to.
Yeah, come by. I don't even know. We will see how I get there, but I will be there.
Yes, just swim over or take a row your boat.
Right. Good, but that, of course, is exactly the point. In certain situations, it makes a big sense to make the step from online contact to real-time contact, real life connection. And I think this is something that the martial arts always need to have. You need real life connection with people.
Yeah, otherwise it's an illusion.
And you need a teacher who is close to you and who can actually talk to you, can touch you, who can maybe shift you in motion. And one of the things that came with the whole hype around Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and MMA is that it's now, or let's say from the other way around, in the past, a lot of people trained martial arts without ever touching each other.
Exactly, yeah.
We had a martial arts club in my hometown where they did Geo Kumite without touching. So when you punched someone and you blocked, and the block came, you put your arm away. You were not supposed to touch each other.
Wow. Okay.
So there wasn't a concept in blocking. Yeah. So and now we live in a world where they're rolling with each other is a constant issue. Yeah.
I started in a Japanese dojo. My sensei for the first 12 years of my karate studies was a Japanese sensei, 8 times. And I remember once we had this visit from Japan, a Japanese student. He was a Goju Ryu third dan. We train Wado Ryu. And I remember on Fridays we have fighting day. Every Friday, the only thing we did was to fight. And I remember he came in with this Japanese guy and he said, he's from my country. Be nice. I don't want anything to happen to him. No, sensei. I think 30 seconds later, he was unconscious. But to his credit, he kept coming back. He was a hard ass Goju guy. So in my days, we touch each other. We have mandatory insurance.
Creating training in a way that you can that people can touch each other without being unconscious afterwards is a nice thing.
No, but it's not okay to be unconscious. But when the other guy is unconscious, it's much more pleasant.
Oh, let's not go down that road. It's one of the things that I always tell people when they ask for self-defense.
Yeah.
I tell them, listen, if you want to learn self-defense, it's not convenient.
I hate self-defense.
Because it'll hurt.
No, but do you know why I hate self-defense? I hate self-defense because people come to me and say, hey, can you do a course with 10 lessons of self-defense? I say, no. I've been doing that for 30 years and I'm not quite good yet. So if I give you a 10 lessons, or even worse, 10 online lessons.
Yeah.
Self-defense hurts. Martial arts should be self-defense, and you can't practice without contact. You can't hit without being hit. I mean, you can't throw somebody without knowing how to fall, and everything has two sides. And I remember when I trained Tai Chi, my teacher used to say that Tai Chi had the sweet side, but they have the bitter Tai Chi as well. And you have to immerse yourself in the bitter Tai Chi to do it properly. I remember we have this wall where we would do push hands against, and he would throw us against this wall, and you had to bounce out of it and come out pushing. And the migraines you would get from that wall were enormous, but it was fun. But contact is the key. That's why you cannot train exclusively online.
No, you need to feel something, and you need to. But there we go again with the question of self-defense. Self-defense is not only technique. Self-defense is learning certain principles or getting to know certain principles. And it's also getting to know how to punch, but also to pack a punch. And this is always the same issue. Yeah, I always explain my students that one of the most important bits in our training is the drill forms, what we call Rentsukuwasa, the flow drills, because that gives us a chance to work with contact without doing a lot of constant damage. You see, when I was younger, I went to full contact groups or classes, and I caught 100 or 200 low kicks, and I remember a group of Russian full contact karateka who did this kind of stuff where you played football for warm up, and whenever you got a goal, you had to catch, you had to stand 20 low kicks.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just horrible. Yeah. But back then, I liked this. I was, oh, cool. Yeah. The next day, I couldn't walk properly, but the day after, it was forgotten. If I do that nowadays, I can't walk for 3 weeks. So I want a more intelligent form of training that gives me a chance to train these things without constant damage. And all this stuff is not possible to do online. You need it in contact with the partner. You need it in contact with the teacher. You need a constant haptic, tactile feedback.
I agree completely. And when you were talking, you used I think that we are conditioned also by the language we use. You said we have to know how to pack a punch. You have to know how to punch. And in Spanish, you use the same word, to know, and you do it in Danish as well. But actually, you don't have to know. You have to develop the ability. You can, if you give me information, I will know, but I won't have the ability to do it. And that's what you get in the dojo. You develop the ability to do it under an instructor, and because that's what people think. I've been to these self-defense courses, and they think, well, I want to know how to defend myself. Yes, I can teach you, so you know how to do it, but you won't be able to. Because you have to walk the walk and develop the ability to do it, and that's where people get lost. And another point I wanted to make about online training is that I feel that online training is great for people like you and me, people that have used half a lifetime. And it's very, very bad for beginners. It should be forbidden for beginners.
Forbidden.
Yeah.
No, it's true. Because the point about all the things that you can do online, and that goes for so many things. It's not only for martial arts. The whole online world and the possibilities of the internet and the World Wide Web and all the social media stuff and so on, it all has a high risk that people, now I missed the word in English, that they don't make real experiences anymore, but substitute them with online experiences, and that's not the real deal.
No.
Once you do real experiences, it's totally okay to add on online knowledge. But you still need to have, social media alone doesn't make you less lonely.
Exactly.
You need to be able to interact with people. You need to know that you need to take a shower before you meet someone. You don't need it on social media, but in real life you do. And this is exactly the point. In our bonsai martial arts and our violence prevention concepts, we're talking about the concept of debodification. Where people, the more they sit, the more they watch, the more they are online, the more they communicate via technology, the less they feel their body. The less they feel their body, the less they are able to communicate emotions or even feel emotions. So the physical experience the actual doing of something, the going out there and experiencing something, also inconvenient things, is extremely important. And that's not only for the martial arts.
No, and we are very much in our heads. And that's the beautiful thing about martial arts is that combination of the intellectual understanding and the physical work to get it to be through to develop that ability. But it's hard work, and it's a frustrating work, and I think people.
You have to repeat and repeat and repeat. If I read that somebody tells you can make a black belt in 12 months, what's the rush? What for?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I agree completely. Also because I remember when I started out and I had a white belt. When I have my yellow belt, I will be happy because I will know. And then I got my yellow belt, and I said, okay, it didn't happen when I get my orange belt. And I don't know about you. I can't do the simplest technique, without thinking, oh, watch out there, wrong there. The alignment there was a little bit off. I mean, I can find faults in the simplest of my techniques. So I never have this experience. I go, wow, yes, good.
Ready. Work anymore. I'm ready. Yeah? But this is, I mean, okay. There's also the Zen Buddhist background of karate. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that whatever we do, all the kata, all the techniques, they are all koans. Still riddles you can't really solve. They're completely pointless, and they're just meant to break your ego. This is the opposite of the instant karma that any online offer delivers.
Yeah, and the instant karma is so alluring for people, and the egos. I never met people with bigger egos than karate sensei. Actually, about now we are talking about online. Yesterday, I was watching a YouTube live broadcasting from an organization that's been around. It was their anniversary, 30 years, and the sensei, he was standing like this, in short arms and showing his muscles. Exactly, something like that. Yeah.
It is like that. Okay.
So I was thinking, come on, man! People are trying to show you kindness and friendship and respect and congratulate you for your work, and you're, look at how macho I am. Huh? You see that? Huh? I think, and I think, my God, 30 years of being.
Oh my God! You know what that reminds me of? We cannot talk about online training without mentioning the online training of all online trainings. YouTube. Enter the dojo. You know it, right, Master Ken?
Oh, I love that guy. I loved him. And what I love about him is that he must know karate. He must be in the environment of martial arts, because he picks everything
out.
Sure. Have you seen what is the video with the 101 techniques in 1 second?
Oh yes, lovely. the coffee that he has in between speaks to me. But anyway, this is definitely you must have some experience.
But actually, Master Ken wasn't the first. The first I saw that did that kind of stuff was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, and this is brilliant. I was thinking of it as well. Yeah,
you attacked me wrong.
Attacked me wrong.
Hilarious.
There are some legends of online training. And now I don't know the name, but it just comes to me. I totally forgot about it. But the reason for that, that I forgot it, is that I am really recently exploring the options and the possibilities of online training. I want to know what can we do if we mix online tools with our training. And one reason for that, for me, is that I noticed that our missing link grows further than I expected. We're growing much smaller locally because our dojos are small and nice and tiny, and we know every teacher, every one of our students, and we are training very intensively, and we have the time. It's a bit like back in the days in Okinawa, yeah. Where the master had 6 students or something. Sometimes I feel like this small groups I can work it's brilliant. But we have so many people that are interested in what we are doing that I have trouble to connect to because, I can't travel to Germany or Denmark or wherever every day. So we really think, given that we attract people that are already high ranked and experienced, that it would be nice to give online resources to them on the one hand, where they can see the stuff that makes our foundation curriculum. But not even more so, I would like to give them a chance to add something back. So what we are creating right now is a web portal for our missing link.
Okay.
Where we make little tutorials to certain topics. Of course, the basic curriculum for the Q degrees, but also special advanced topics where we invite people who do our missing link, but are not originally karateka, or not at least not from Shotokan, to add their knowledge and their experience to it. And we just make a format where we can all take all the movies or clips or tutorials that they have and put it in this format that it's unique and for someone who strolls through it, it becomes easily approachable.
I think that is a great idea.
As a beginner's tool, it's meant as a tool for advanced people and regular people, and as a database where you can also change something over the years. When you notice that something developed further, you take it out, you make a new clip.
It's a great idea, as long as we keep on meeting each other. And
of course, that can't be the only thing. This is something where you can exchange. The idea here is to it's not my idea, it's the idea of my student and partner Arto, who is very, very keen on this and has been working on this for a long time in his mind, clearly. Yeah? The idea to create a database, knowledge, and this knowledge is open, people can add to it. This is brilliant.
Yeah,
and you on your phone, on an app. Yeah. So you can. That's
the next step. We have to develop an app.
Yes, definitely. First the database, then the app. And then his idea is that he says, yeah, but then you can also do private lessons via this. So you can meet.
I have a challenge.
Oh, what is this challenge?
No, it's a good challenge. Not a challenge that we are. The challenge would be that, for example, you had. What if you, for example, started by posting something in our YouTube channel, say a bunkai of one part of a kata, and then each of us around the world could send our take for the same portion of the kata, and in that way we could co-participate to create a common database.
I wonder if this is feasible to create a whole database, but it is a brilliant idea to create a communication and work together.
Yeah.
We should actually do that.
See, yeah, well, call Arto. You have to work. He's the IT genius, isn't he?
But let's do this when I am in Denmark in June.
Yeah. And
let's do the first clip in Denmark in June together. Yeah. Put it on and see who wants to put their input in.
Yes.
I like that. Imagine this could be a proper like a chainmail where everybody adds something to it and people can actually communicate, but they don't communicate in the comment section where they say this is all wrong.
No, just do it better.
Showing how they do it.
Yeah. Exactly.
Imagine what a nice wave of communication and knowledge that would be.
Yeah, that would be great, and we will be learning. Everybody will be learning and teaching.
Let's start the first of those waves when I'm in Denmark in
Yes.
June. Let's start one of those and let's see how far we get. If people
And let's exactly, and let's do that. And we do 3 or 4 or 5 and post them, and let's see how let's talk about how we can do this in real life. How we can, which system we will use.
That we think about
to get it done.
The idea is good, and this is exactly one of those things that online training does, or online the online world does, communicating very quickly and adding people to or opening up things for people, more knowledge from more people, and giving the chance for a feedback channel. It's awesome. Okay.
That is thinking.
we think about that. I like this idea. Let's start it from here. The other thing is, for me, we should really still go on our idea with the webinar. Another idea of Arto, who has that idea that we can build virtual classrooms with a camera in your dojo and a camera in our dojo, and basically people in Denmark and England train together in the same room, even if it's not the same room, it's just a projected picture of the other room. I really think we should, when you are back from your long trip,
I will. We will do that for sure. And I would like to, if it's possible, that we have 2 cameras on each side. One filming the training, but one filming the whole process. You see, especially when, for example, when we are watching what you are doing and receiving instruction from you, a camera that films how we manage to do what you are trying to transmit through the screen, and how we practice it. That would be great, because when we show the webinar, we can show these 2 other images, so you can see how people are experiencing it, not only what they are experiencing, but how they do. Talking to you is like smoking weed. You know, your brain goes.
Let's not talk about that. I never tried. Inhale. No, but this is a brilliant idea. We have to see how we do it technically, but that's not our problem. That's Arto's problem. We tell him.
Exactly, Arto. You're in trouble, Arto. If you're watching, get working.
Yeah, because he's our best partner here. He says a problem of a big open database is that students who misuse or misunderstand what you're doing, that you can't send them away. That's totally true. I'm not talking about an open database.
No, me neither.
About a database for people who work in our surrounding. This is not an open database. There are brilliant databases like this, apparently. Now, I'm relying on what somebody else told me, but somebody I trust, who says that the Gracie BJJ people have a database like this, an online database, where you have to be a member to actually approach it, but there are tutorials, there are infos and so on. And this is what I'm thinking of. Not an open world database where everybody can do something, but a database that connects link people and those people who want to engage. But the idea that you had, the open idea of starting a wave through YouTube by creating a suggestion how you would do a certain technique or a certain kata, or how you would solve a certain problem, and then seeing what other people answer by doing their own videos. That's a different thing. That's not really a database. That is a very open communication. I love it.
Also, because YouTube will lend itself, because you can answer a video with a video.
Yeah.
So,
and I think that's what we should expect, because what I would really like to avoid, I mean, when we are talking about a database like this, one of the things that right away comes to my mind is the problem, you create a database with knowledge, and people don't only may misuse it, they also just might be very destructive or negative. You know, there is a point how much negativity you want to have in your life.
Yeah, in there.
Yeah.
No, but we will have to have some kind of administrator that sorts things out.
Oh, that web portal. I'll drag you in there if you want it or not.
let Arthur worry about those things.
Yeah,
We just
the technical questions, and let's start the YouTube wave. Our first YouTube wave in June when I'm there. I like that idea.
You know what? I have arranged to visit a couple of dojos when I'm in South America. So if it's possible, I call you up in this channel and chat with you from the dojo. So
like that.
So you can see how they. I will be training Schwerin Ryu. That's one of the Okinawan styles. So I've done that a couple of times before. They're good people. So maybe we can. There's something we can use. I'm sure it will.
No, there will be. Okay. My friend, we had an hour of chat. Well, not exactly, but nearly an hour of chat. And we had a lot of ideas. And I don't know about you, but my brain is fried.
Yes, let's convene in a month's time. I will be back, I hope.
And we make it, I hope so too. We make a nice new topic. I have some ideas. You have some ideas.
I never met you without ideas.
So we do a nice new chat in a month's time. We will inform everybody on this channel and of course on Facebook and wherever. And besides that, for us, our special approach to online seminars is apparently working on that web portal. I will do my best to drag you in.
I'm on my way.
Which I still think is a brilliant idea and very, very exciting. Yeah. So next webinar as soon as you are back. And the last bit, of course, is your new idea of a YouTube wave.
We're gonna fly here. Just wait. We're gonna fly.
It will be awesome. I like it. We need a good topic for that wave. Some kata.
We have to piss somebody off. Then people get motivated to do some videos.
to prove you're wrong.
Well, we could do a video about Bruce Lee. That will always make an effect. Don't go there, please.
To get back to the beginning, where things were funny. And you just said Lee. Did we have this awesome Lee guy?
Yeah, Jason. Oh, I don't remember his name.
What's his name? Because his speed, precision, power, and his speed, precision, power, and encyclopedic knowledge about body mechanics converge into a beautiful yet lethal blur of motion. And the best of this is, it's about 200 quid for an online black belt with him.
Oh, that was cheap.
No, I don't know how long. I would have to click the website again, but you get the most fantastic things on the internet. But you will never get away from the fact that you have to get into the dojo.
Oh no! There you had to go and spoil the whole thing, huh?
Ah, bloody hell! But then again, going to the dojo is a pleasure.
It's the best thing.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Heero, let me know when we go do this again. It's always a pleasure.
Of course. I hope you are reachable when you are over there in Uruguay.
Yes, I will be.
Okay. Talk to you soon. Have a lovely evening, all of you. Whoever listened, I did not take 2 watching now. It's not that much. Don't do that in England. They misunderstand it.
Okay, 2.
Have a lovely evening.
You too, man.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Well, I say bye-bye, but I don't know how to stop this. Here we go.